Hi friendlings, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would share with you my first few months of my breastfeeding experience. Pip is currently 19 weeks and what day are we now? Tuesday, so she's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 19 weeks, 4 days. I apologise now that I look tired. I'm not going to lie to you. I've not put any makeup on. This is just how I woke up. So I really just wanted to do this video, and I just think this is probably the best time to do it. I'm currently in my kitchen because Pip is asleep in the lounge and she's been stirring when I've been on FaceTime to my mum and my nan. So let's dive in. So you guys would have known from my previous video that I went through mastitis and kind of like the first initial month of me breastfeeding. So since that month, it has been a wild journey for myself, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I am pretty much thinking of stopping now. Currently not kind of jumping the gun. Me and Pip have thrush. We've been passing it to each other. So I've got thrush on my nipple and she's got thrush in the mouth. We're currently on cream for my nipples and she's on medicine. We think that the thrush from her mouth has actually disappeared now. It's just me. If you guys think you've got thrush, it's basically like, it looks, I think I mentioned it before and maybe another update video. It looks like Pip has taken off all the skin off around my nipple, which basically it is that, and it's like a red circle around the edge of the nipple, and basically it's itchy and it was like flaking every time it dried, and creams wouldn't really help. I've also feel like I've got cuts along my nipple. Don't know whether that's linked or not, so that's kind of what to look out for. And if you have got really sore nipples, please go to the doctors. I cannot say this enough. Like, I put myself through pain for no reason at all, and like even the doctor said to me, she was like, it is not anything you've done. Like, thrush is such a common thing, and it's just not something to be comfortable with. And I was starting to get to the point again of dreading feeding her, which I hated because I love breastfeeding and I love being that close to her. The only thing that, you know, which any mum will probably agree with me, is that sometimes it is really hard to always be that one person that they need. So when I've been speaking to my hypnobirthing girls, it's kind of been like, you've been with them all day, which you absolutely love, but it's like you just want 5 minutes to make dinner and then they'll be hungry. So it's like you are the only person who can do that. So I'm getting off subject now. Anyway, so I've got currently thrush. Me and Pip are currently going through stuff trying to get it sorted. So we're going to be doing it for like 10 days. I think we're at day 5 now, day 6 potentially. And I've also, as you guys know, I've had mastitis twice. I think I nearly had it 3 times, but it didn't quite make the 3rd, which I was super lucky and super happy over. I just kind of wanted to talk about breastfeeding as a whole, and if people are about to give birth and they are in the first stages of having a newborn, please don't stress over breastfeeding out in public. I don't care what people think. I've never cared what people think, but there's always a slim chance, or there's always that thought in the back of my head that I don't like upsetting people, which is a fine line between caring what people think and upsetting. So I always used to go out and about and I'd be breastfeeding, but I'd always be conscious that I would be waiting for a fight, basically, and I'd be worried that people are upset by the fact that I'm breastfeeding out in public. Please don't think like this. I have basically, I'm getting off track. So don't think like that. People who are surrounding you or people who see you breastfeeding are more likely to be thinking, oh, you know, poor baby's hungry, or look at that brave mum. You know, aren't they lucky that they can breastfeed? It's hardly ever something bad. Like in the 19 weeks that Pip has been here, I've never had anybody come up to me and say, you shouldn't be doing that. ever. So I don't want people to start like thinking like how I did, because it's just not a positive way to be thinking. And also you are riling yourself up before you go in somewhere and you're thinking someone's going to have a go at you. Like, I went to Casper's with my sister and I was feeding Pip in one of the booths before we left, and one of the employees walked over and I literally tensed up and I was getting ready for a brawl-in basically, and saying, my child needs feeding, I'm not stopping. No one can see me in the booth anyway. But actually the woman came up to me and was asking me how Pip was, how I was getting on. She could see I was a new mum. And she was talking about her niece. She wasn't even a mum herself. She was talking about she was an aunt. So I just really wanted to cover that, because it's just not, it's so crazy how people are obviously trying to help new mums, and I completely agree with that. Absolutely. But at the same time, it's like you're almost ready for people out there to have arguments with you. I mean, there's probably people out there or who are watching this video who have had arguments. I'm not saying that it wouldn't happen, but I just don't want everyone to go out there and think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It might not. And that's something you need to focus on. I remember before I was a mum, thinking how brilliant people were for breastfeeding or bottle feeding, or, because I know that some people are conscious about bottle feeding in public, which is so silly. Like, feed your child however you need to feed. Like, I'm not gonna lie, do either of us remember our mum bottle feeding us or breastfeeding us? No. Do we care that we were bottle fed or breastfed? No. Does it make an impact on me daily? No. So does it really matter? No. And I think that's something that I need to remember, everyone needs to remember, because for some reason, because of everything that's been going around and how people are about breastfeeding and all of this lot, like when I went to the doctors about my thrush, I said to the doctor, I think I'm pretty much getting ready to stop, because I said the pain is so much that I cried the other day, which I haven't cried in so long with feeding, but she gripped me so hard. It was so painful. And the doctor was so nice about it. She was like, you've given, if it's something that you're debating with yourself, you've given us such a great start with breastfeeding, but bottle feeding is going to be, formula feeding is going to be, as good. You've done so well. And, talking to my friends as well, they've been like, you've done so well to go this far and being in this much pain and all the stuff that I've been through. But in my head, I'm like, well, why am I overthinking this? Why am I overthinking the fact that I'm moving from breastfeeding to formula feeding? But it's because of all the stuff that you read. And I honestly thought, telling the doctor that I was thinking about coming off, that they were going to tell me off. And then Ollie was like, why did you think that? And I think because everybody, or everything you read or everything you see, as much as it is, it's all for people breastfeeding out in public. And I thought they were going to kind of say, well, you should be doing more. And I've heard all these horror stories where midwives would be like, well, you should be continuing. So it's like, well, no, if I'm in pain, then I shouldn't be. Like, that Pip is still going to love me for giving her food at the end of the day. So I feel like I'm rambling. But I just kind of wanted to have a chat, really. And it's been an amazing journey. And pretty much Pip's starting to wean now. Kind of hit and miss. We've given her some banana porridge, like baby banana porridge from Cow and Gate. She really liked it. It's just it's been a hard journey, basically. It's been really, really hard, and I need to pat myself on the back, really, and say well done, because I don't give myself enough credit for how well I've done, considering how much pain I've been in, because there has been weeks where I've dreaded her waking up, and I've dreaded feeding her, because it's just become a pain. It just became a pain, and it was painful. So as Pip's starting to have some more food now, and because her teeth are trying to come through, I think that's probably why she gripped on me so hard the other day. I think before she's 6 months, I might move her over to formula, depending on how well I clear up from the thrush. Because if the thrush has been the problem with the pain, and after the thrush is gone I'm absolutely fine, then absolutely brilliant, you know, I'm going to continue until I need to. If when the thrush stops and I'm still in pain, then I'm just going to stop, and there's no shame in that. And that is something I also wanted to cover, because I think there's so many mixed signals out there, and I think there's so many good and there's so many bad, and I know everyone's trying to, you know, be really positive about all of the breastfeeding and all of the bottle feeding, but sometimes I think the stuff you read gets there's so much that things just get lost in communication. And, you know, thrush and mastitis and sore nipples, cracked nipples, bleeding nipples, no one really tells you really in depth how hard it can be. And I just want to say to you, if you are going through anything that I've been through, or if you're going, you know, whatever, to be fair, whatever you're going through, if you're finding it hard, please just give yourself a pat on the back and say well done to yourself, because I certainly haven't. And Ollie's been amazing, and my friends have been amazing, my family's been amazing. So just make sure that you accept it, because I don't know about you, but I am the worst person accepting like congratulations or well done, or it's been really hard for me to hear that I've been doing a good job, and I don't know why. I think it's something just for me, like I never feel like I've been good enough. And I read something the other day where it said, if you're worrying about being a good parent, that means that you are a good parent. Simple as that. Well, I've just seen that this video is already 11 minutes long, so I feel like I've rambled quite a lot. But to summarise, the four and a bit months, the 19 weeks and 3 days or 4 days or whatever it is, 5 days, has been incredible. It's been very up and down. But I wouldn't change it for the world, because at least I know that when Pip's older, I can say to her, I tried everything to make it easier for me, but for some reason, your little gums have just hurt me so much. And then I found out I had thrush, and hopefully either it'll make things better and I'll continue, or I'll go into bottle feeding and it'll be fine. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to get it out in the open really, and just have a chat and just kind of get all of my thoughts into a video really. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've missed, kind of. The mastitis, the sore nipples, bleeding nipples, cracked nipples, flaking nipples, itchy nipples, leaking nipples, thrush. Really, I think that's pretty much what I've been dealing with. I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to say hi and to be like, go you mama, you can do this. Whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. You are rocking it, and please do not forget that. You are smashing it, you are killing it, you are just amazing as a mum in general. And have a nice rest of your day. Enjoy whatever you're doing and just have fun with your little bubbers. I'm going to go lay with Pip and start thinking about some fun things that we can do. Yeah, so I'll see you guys all next time. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any comments you want to leave, then please do. If not, I'll see you on Instagram in the meantime, and don't worry, the labour video is coming, I promise. I know I promised before, but actually me and Ollie have sat down now and said we need to do it, officially need to do it, so I'm hoping to do it tomorrow night. Don't hold me to it, because you never know what happens, but I'm hoping that we do. So I will see you guys all next time. Bye.